Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, I wish to read the eulogy of Kelvin Kiptum, our son, on behalf of the family. The early life. The late Kelvin Kiptum was born in 1999 at Chipsamo, Kapkenda sublocation, Mosob location, Keyo South constituency, Elgeyo Marakwet County. He was the firstborn child of Mr. Samson Cheriot Chepkieng and Mrs. Mary Chepkieng Chibagap Chepkongen in Chepsamo. He was the immediate uncle of Joseph Chepkieng, Philip Kiblaga Chepkieng, and the late Mariko Chepkieng Chepkongen. The late Kelvin was an uncle to Ruth Chepkieng, Rospela, and Jane. He was the nephew to Elizabeth, Juliana, Paulina, Tamurei, and the late Tapkili, Tabutich, and the late Anne. He was the step-brother to Rhoda Chemutai, cousin brother to Kimutai, Patrick, Timothy, Bernard, Sami, Sabina, Tapitha, Catherine, Susan, Viola, Winnie, Oscar, Emmanuel, Nancy, Charity, Marilyn, Irene, Elizabeth, Beatrice, Emma, Faith, and the late Phyllis. He was a brother-in-law to Mercy, Cynthia, Monica, Margaret, Naomi, Viola, Andrew, Sammy, Ogla, Hilary, and Kennedy. Maternal son to Margaret and Purity. He was the uncle to Maurice Kangogo, Mariko Kangogo, Lawrence Kangogo, and Kenneth Kangogo. Kevin was son-in-law to Joseph Rotich and Briska Rotich. Kevin's education life. The late Kevin joined Kapserere Academy within Chepsamo area, Chepkorio area, and later transferred to Kipchawat Primary School, but he later came back home and joined Chepsamo Primary School, where he did his KCBE in 2012. He joined Chepkorio Vocational Training College, which is not very far from here, in the year 2013. He graduated with a certificate in electrical engineering, but later on, we know that Kiptum, bright star, shown to briefly. The Kenyan world champion holder, tragic death at the age of 24, leaves us with an unanswered question over his vast potential in athletics. The family mourns his departed soul. His sports career. The late Kelvin Kiptum, the world champion record holder, began his sporting career very early at Chepsamo Primary School in Standard 4 at the age of 10. But the training was not routine practice, the training was a routine practice, since Kiptum used to go for training sessions barefoot during and after he had finished herding the family livestock in Kaptagat Forest, next to the family home in Chepsamo. The late Kiptum was an active member of athletics during his primary school games, and he won several competitions, both at zona level, sub-county level, and sometimes at the county level when he was in the primary school. After completing the primary school, his father convinced him to begin electrical studies at Chepkorio Vocational Training College, which is actually within this vicinity, but he preferred to devote his attention to athletics, intent of becoming the latest world marathoner from the Great Rift Valley. While at the Vocational Training College, Kelvin used to exercise very early in the morning, from 5 to 7 a.m. before attending his lessons. During his morning exercise, he met athletes from Chepkorio training camp who motivated him to join them. Kelvin focused on road training since he could not afford to stay in Eldoret or transport to and from Eldoret, where there are training facilities like Kipchoge Stadium or Chep Koilel University track fields, that is University of Eldoret. After his studies, he personally started another training camp at Chepkorio, a training athletic camp, where he was later joined by his friends, including Timothy, Tanui, and many other upcoming athletes who are in our midst today. It is during this period that his dreams came true as an hero in the field of athletics, because he got time to focus on the training. Kiptum also met his late coach, Mr. Kelvanis Akisemana from Rwanda, who perished with him during the tragic accident during that time when he was at Chepkorio. They became so close, and Kiptum followed his instructions during his training sessions with a lot of diligence, devotion, and commitment and discipline. These joint efforts between him and his coach bear fruits, and his star began to shine when he first participated in Eldoret Family Bank Marathon in 2018, and he emerged the winner. He also participated in the Eldoret Cast Marathon, where he also won with ease. Later in 2020, Kiptum competed in Kakamega Forest Half Marathon, where he also won with a lot of ease. After winning many local races, the late Kiptum got an opening to travel abroad for international competitions. His first international marathon competition was in Valencia, Spain in 2022, where he participated and won with 2 hours, 0.1 minute and 53 seconds, putting him the fastest marathoner in the world. The following year, in 2023, he participated in the London Marathon, where he won again with 2 hours, 1 minute and 27 seconds, placing him the second fastest marathoner in the world after Eliud Kipchoge. In the same year, in October 2023, Kiptum also participated in Chicago International Marathon in the US and broke the world record at 2 hours and 35 seconds. He has always reduced the speed, and you could see already a minute had been dropped. Kiptum was unique. In a little over 10 months, from January to October, he recorded the fastest debut marathon in history. He went quicker to win the London Marathon, and then knocked an enormous 34 seconds off Kipchoge's record in Chicago. Kiptum had 3 marathons, 3 victories, and 3 of the 7 fastest times in the history of marathon. Kiptum would not post or talk about his success to the media or to the public. He would do this in a soft-spoken way and shy with a lot of humility and humbleness at all times, including on the camera when he was interviewed by the media. As he was preparing for his next 2 races to come later this year, Kiptum was not resting. He was training very hard, starting every morning from Flossbar to Kaptagat Forest, covering a distance of 42 kilometers every day from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. in less than 2 hours, with his coach and many of the athletes who are here. They were winding the hills and steep terrains of Elgeyo Marakwet escarpment to cover one of the longest and the very high-hilled terrain. He had real ambitions and aspirations of becoming the first man to officially win below 2 hours marathon race in the world in April this year. His family life and marriage. The late Kelvin was married to Asnet Chiruto Rotich Kiptum in 2017 in a traditional marriage. They were blessed with 2 children, namely Kevin Kigen and Precious Cherop. He was also an uncle to Linda, Bill, Abel, Sheila, Mariko, Meshach, Joy, Kevin, Tracy, Faith, Sandra, Maureen, Chantel, Jempumba, Alvin, Beryl, Shenice, Chelimo, and Fabian, among others. We pray God to lift each generations, includes the names that are here, to his greatness in the coming years. Our big regret as a family is that Kiptum never had enough time and never managed to share the rewards of his toil with his young family, the community, the country, and international community at large. Gone too soon, Kelvin. His Christian life. The late Kelvin was a member of the Anglican Church of Kenya, Diocese of Eldoret, and also a member of St. Peter's Parish, Chepkorio, and also St. Mary's Simotwet Local Church in Chepkorio, as the Reverend has talked about here. He was baptized by Venerable Osea Bartilol on 26 February 2023. He mentored young youth, and lately he was coordinating the development pillar of the church, and also he was a member of the Kenya Anglican Male Association. He was also involved in several departmental matters in the local church and at parish level. He also sponsored several children who are in secondary school and around the secondary schools around the community, who were also had a lot of passion in athletics. Health. The late Kiptum was in good health until Sunday, February 2024, where he was involved in a tragic road accident along Eldoret Kaptagat Chepkoria Road while driving home from Eldoret town with his coach, Kevanas Asikimana from Rwanda, who perished with him during the tragic accident. For close to 8 years, Kiptum worked hard in good health. And we know he was an athlete who had devoted his life to athletics. Hence, he had a whole life ahead of him to achieve incredible greatness with incredible legacy. Thank you. I may now wish to invite the wife and the children for a short tribute of Kelvin Kiptum.
If we can also have the children, tunaweza leta pia watoto wasimame pale as she reads the eulogy.